Prime Minister Narendra Modi met with Xi Jinping, the President of the People's Republic of China, on the sidelines of the 16th BRICS Summit at Kazan on 23rd October. This is the first bilateral meeting between the two leaders in the last 5 years. The Galwan clash had led to deterioration in relations between both sides and tensions at the LAC. This comes after India and China declared disengagement at all friction points at the LAC 2 days ago. But how was this achieved? The inside story we have from top government sources is that China was also eager to resolve the LAC issue lately. Mr. Modi's twin visits to Russia in the last 3 months, despite pressure from the US, got China on board for an agreement, top sources say. The talks reached an advanced stage in the last 6 months, leading to a full disengagement now. Top sources said that the disengagement and the de-escalation on LAC will be quick as well, with both sides eager to move fast to settle the issue. Patrolling from both sides will also begin soon on both sides of the LAC. The de-induction of the troops will be the final step of this process, which will depend on India's watch and verify approach with China. Well, the urgency to settle this issue quick reflected in Mr. Modi's talks with Jinping as well. Mr. Modi welcomed the recent agreement for complete disengagement and the resolution of issues that arose in 2020 in the India-China border areas. PM Modi also underscored the importance of properly handling differences and disputes and not allowing them to disturb peace and tranquility. The two leaders in fact have agreed that the special representatives on the India-China boundary question will meet at an early date to oversee the management of peace and tranquility in border areas and to explore a fair, reasonable and mutually acceptable solution to the boundary question. The early date being requested by both sides for these talks shows the urgency, as I said earlier, for a de-escalation on the LAC in a quickest possible time. The relevant dialogue mechanisms at the level of foreign ministers and other officials will also be utilized to stabilize and rebuild bilateral relations, a statement from India has said. The two leaders in fact affirmed that a stable, predictable and amicable bilateral relations between India and China as the two neighbors and the two largest nations on earth will have a positive impact on regional as well as global peace and prosperity. It will also contribute to a multipolar Asia and a multipolar world, the statement by India has significantly said. The two leaders have also underlined the need to progress bilateral relations from a strategic and a long-term perspective, enhancing strategic communication and explore cooperation to address developmental challenges. 31 rounds of diplomatic meetings and 21 rounds of military talks over 4 years and 2 crucial meetings that Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar and China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi in July has paved the way for India and China to achieve this agreement over disengagement at the LAC. There were 7 points of conflict on the LAC since the Galwan clash in 2020, 5 of which had seen disengagement, but the troops from both sides had remained in an eyeball-to-eyeball conflict in Depsang Plains and Demchok. Both sides have now disengaged on the remaining 2 points too.